Hey there, good morning. Tuesday morning, getting the day started, 7:55 in the morning, and ain't nothing like some early morning rush hour. Anyways, I just dropped my son off, getting ready to get back on that interior job today. So we wrapped up the exterior job yesterday and hoping to get paid from that today. I did send over the final invoice yesterday, didn't hear anything back in relation to that. He might not have gotten it yet though, or maybe he has, who knows. But again, hopefully we get paid today because definitely am going to need that. It is going to be good if everything works out according to plan, going from that big job to finishing up the other big job, which is the interior. That would be two good paydays kind of close together. But then again, we can't even really finish the interior job until those windows get installed. I did get an opportunity to talk with the real estate man yesterday, and he tells me that, no real idea when these windows are going to get installed. I don't imagine they get installed until after Christmas, which is freaking crazy. If that is the case, by the time we get done with everything that we need to do, I am going to ask for almost a final payment. We got a deposit on this job. I'm going to need at least half of what's left on the job paid while we wait. Hopefully we can get that. Nothing is contracted or anything like that. So maybe we do, maybe we don't. We'll see. Today should be a good day. We'll go see how that ceiling paint did. We have no idea how that really did. You won't know until it dries. And well, surely it's dry at this point. I'm sure that it matched up really well. Today's is going to be doors and trim, what doors we do have, because 4 doors are missing. And then we're going to get into some wall paint. So it should be a good, productive day. We need to find what's going to be next, because after we get wrapped up with this, I don't know what's going to be next. There probably could be more work with the real estate man. I'm sure that there could be, finishing some light renovations, whatever that would entail over at this house that we're doing this interior work on. There's a little bit of punch work to be done at the first job that we did, a new list of work, things that weren't on the original scope. Just a couple little odds and ends, and maybe even some big work as well. Let me fight this traffic because it's looking pretty gnarly this morning. Get where I'm going and share more in just a little bit. Leaving from Lowe's, Harbor Freight, my favorite place in the world. Got a couple of paint items right here, a paint tray, a roller frame. Let's go ahead and do a unboxing, shall we? Harbor Freight, if you're watching this, I need a sponsorship. I need a sponsorship from Harbor Freight, Lowe's, and Sherwin-Williams. Those 3 places would be ideal for me. So, ironically, Sherwin-Williams is right there. There's the Sherwin-Williams sign right there. So I'm in there and I'm getting the items, and the lady's like, I need to paint my whole house. I said, oh really? I said, I'm a professional painter. I said, I actually prefer getting my painting supplies from you guys. And she seemed a little surprised by that. I said, I can come get a paint drop in here for $10 versus Sherwin-Williams, who's got it for $30. And no disrespect to Sherwin-Williams, I still want that sponsorship. Your paint is unmatched. Matter of fact, right next to us here, I think we got a Benjamin Moore or a PPG, something like that. Anyways, unboxing. 9-inch roller frame, $3, maybe $4. Okay, you can't beat that. Lowe's, you're gonna spend every bit of 10 or maybe 15 for that. Okay, 9-inch roller tray, right? Plastic, sturdy, $4. Okay, a pack of rags. How many rags we got here? A 50 pack, $14. At Lowe's, this is like 30 bucks. Sandpaper for the disc sander, 15 sheets of this, 10 bucks. You're never gonna find those prices at Lowe's. And then real quick, tubes of Alex caulk, which is, a good caulk. 25-year interior exterior caulking. I don't think I would ever use this on exteriors, but this is $4. $4. Or matter of fact, excuse me, it was $2.99. $2.99. I got 2 tubes of this. Man, you can't find those type of prices anywhere. All right. That was another cool $50 right there. I'm not sure what the total damage on the interior job is just yet. I do have the numbers. I just haven't looked at them in a while. But I know that we're tracking pretty well on that job. We've got all of the paint. I don't believe we'll need any additional paint. And in fact, I'm starting to believe we may actually have too much paint, but whatever. If we do have too much paint, it's not going to be by a lot. So let's go. I need some gas. I need to add that to the total price. I'm spending about a tank of fuel per job, which ain't bad. So let's get some gas and get out to the job site. All right, hey there, just getting over to the interior repaint and repair work job that we have. We haven't been over here since when we painted the ceilings, the first day that we actually started painting in here. And just taking a look at things, all of our paint is still over there. That's a damn good sign. Yep. Here's our ceiling paint that we used. So damn near a full 5. I mean, that 5 is empty right there. I think I got, what, 7 gallons? Did I get some? No, I got 10 gallons of ceiling paint. There we go. So they got into the second 5 right there. They probably used, shit, not even half of that. And then more than enough wall paint and trim paint. It should be. Yeah, I think that it definitely will be enough wall and trim paint. These doors with these interesting designs, well, they're still going to be tough to find. We haven't found those yet. Sorry, I was trying to do something right there. It didn't really work out too well for me. All right, handrails all prepped up, ready to blast out this hallway. We're going to be doing that. But let me show you how the ceiling paint did real quick. So here's the ceiling. Light ain't worth a shit in here, but the ceiling looks really good. I don't see any bleed through. I don't see any of the oil-based primer. Well, I do see a little bit of bleed through right there. We can spot that, but hey, this room is looking great. It really is. And this was one of the worst rooms here, so good deal there. Here was an area where we spot painted the ceiling, and can you tell? Now don't mind this mark right here, because that's caulk. Okay, that's a caulk line, which looks horrendous, but yeah, it doesn't look bad. They didn't get over there, no big deal. So yeah, I think the ceilings came out looking really, really good. Again, today we're gonna get ready to go into our trim and doors. We're gonna get ready to do that first thing. Handrails will be a part of that also. I'm looking for areas that we spot painted. Like here was a great area that we spot painted. And can you tell? Not at all. And then here was an area that I can tell they painted. I can see where they stopped at right here. So we might need to do a little bit more work with that. Yeah, we might need to do a little bit more work with that. I don't know why that looks so noticeable, but whatever. Let's look at the repair work that I did. Can you tell where my repair was at? Can you tell where my repair was at? That's right, it was right here. However, you can barely tell. I mean, you really can barely tell. That shit matches up pretty good if you ask me. That's a good way to look at it right there. So yeah, here we are. We are ready to get rocking and rolling in here today. and hopefully all is going to go well. Hopefully. So they were supposed to be doing a roof over here. Now the roof is not going. Don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully there's no trouble in paradise in regards to that. Could we get the roof? It's only a 4,000 square foot house, 4,500 square feet if I was to be precise. But yeah, I don't think that we're really capable of doing this big and cut up of a house. Windows, again, are going to be the last thing getting replaced in this house, and you can see just how bad off they are. This is, I think, one of the worst windows right here. There's the truck looking good right there in the driveway. Hey, I would love this house. It reminds me of the first house that I had, except bigger. It only has one staircase where my house had two. And it's a beautiful, beautiful home. I mean, you got a butler's kitchen for a small little dining room, which doesn't really make much sense to me, but it's not for me to be concerned with. Okay, so we did Bondo, the repairs here, and yeah, man, these are gonna need to be repainted. Oh God, they're gonna need to be repainted. Yeah. And hopefully we can get this gig along with the kitchen. That would be freaking awesome. Huh. They cleaned it up pretty good up in here. Surely they did. I'd love to be able to refinish these cabinets. That would be great. Did they paint this ceiling in this kitchen? I don't think that they did. I did ask them to paint this. Ain't no way that they did, but no big deal. Anyways, I'm gonna wait for the guys to get here and then we're gonna carry on. Hey, it's spray day again over here. I do like me some spray day. And downstairs is where the real party's at when it comes to the doors and the trim, because down here there are freaking doors galores. Yeah, there are. Crown molding out the yin yang. And carpet is going. Don't get no better than that. Oh, we're about to blast the hell out of this place. All right, let's get ready to get to it. All right, so we're in here. We're starting to get prepped. We're putting these magnetic hinge covers on. They go on the back side and the front side. I'll show you that in a minute. It's almost like a little hinge condom. But man, these things are a game changer versus having to use rolls of masking tape, tape this up, cut this out, real pain in the ass. I still tape up door handles, strike plates, latches, all of that. And I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of our process here. Here's the other side of that magnetic cover that goes on, and it literally just flips over like that. And you got one magnet on that side, one magnet on that side. These things are expensive. They're a little bit more than $1 a piece. You probably need about a cool 100 to do a house of this size. This is a 6-bedroom house, but man, they are worth it when it comes to the prep game. So getting hinges and doorknobs masked off so that we can paint these. And then I got the fellas upstairs lightly scuffing our doors and casing with a sanding block, and another guy going behind and wiping the doors down with a little bit of cleaner. That way that we've got a good, clean, roughed up surface so that our paint is gonna stick to these doors and these casings. This is similar to the way that we would do this in the apartment game. However, it's more than what we would do, because in the apartment game, we would just mask. We might not even wipe down the doors. It depends on what we're getting paid to do an apartment. And if they're only paying $300 to paint a 700 square foot apartment, you ain't getting shit wiped down. I'm gonna show you the fastest way that I've found to mask off doors. So take me a good little piece of tape, about that long at first. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap right here first. Do my first wrap right there. And then take another piece, about yay long, tear that in half, one at the top, one at the bottom, boom. So that doorknob is prepped right there. Let's go ahead and open it up. Do the other side real quick, just in case anybody missed it the first time. I know it was kind of fast, but again, get us a nice little piece of tape, about 10 inches. Wrap that money right there. You can even pull it off if you want to. Now we've got half for the top. I tried to be slick right there. It almost didn't work out for me, but it kind of did. Another little piece for the bottom. When it comes to prepping doors, and again, this comes from our experience in the apartment game, you want to get one door prepped in less than 5 minutes and just keep it moving. All right, so when it comes to this striker right here, what we'll do is, strikers are a little more of a pain in the ass. Ball up a piece of tape like so, stuff it in there like so to keep that guy closed. And then what we're gonna do, because this is a $1 million house and this is not a shithole apartment, we'll actually take the time to put that guy over fully like so. And then we'll take our knife and we will go ahead and cut around. Yeah. So that we get a perfect cover. Again, if this was a shithole apartment or an apartment that wasn't paying very much money, that piece of tape would have been left just the way that it was right there. And you get what you get, and you certainly get what you pay for. So that's how that goes. Do the same thing over here with the latch side. Little piece of tape action right there. One piece of tape, 2-inch tape, works wonders. I love the Sherwin-Williams 2-inch yellow. It is my favorite type of tape. I know there's gonna be people who are like, but Joe, the frog tape though, yeah, I just don't give a damn about that. Bing bong, there it is, just like so. Ta-da. Perfect. So that was a Bondo repair that we did on this door right here where the striker or the stopper had been broken through the door. Hey, Gene, that room above the garage, did you do the Bondo repair on that? Let me tell you something, Bondo is the duct tape of home repairs. I mean, it really is. All right, all of our prep work is just about completed for our trimming our doors, and we're getting ready to start spraying. Yeah, excited about this. So prep work took almost 2 hours, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You want this stuff to be prepped and masked and cleaned and scuffed so that you get great adhesion with your paint. We're using Promar 200. That's the best paint that we're gonna be using on this job. The walls will be Promar 400. Gene's getting spray machine set up upstairs. That's where I'm gonna begin spraying at. There was supposed to be a new roof going on here, and now maybe there's not a new roof getting installed, which is crazy. You could not sell this without a new roof, or you would have to include that for the buyer, because that's certainly going to be a bargaining chip for any potential buyer. However, there's been 2 neighbors who have been very interested in buying this house because they want to flip it. Okay, when you're in a $1 million neighborhood, have I shared with you that we're doing $1 million homes? I saw a troll left a comment about that. When you're doing a $1 million neighborhood and you got the budget to do so, if you can go out and buy this at a discounted rate, I mean, this is a we buy houses type of a house right this second. But we don't want to see that. We don't want to see the neighbors buy this house so that they can flip it, because they're going to cut us out the equation. We're the hired help. And if the neighbors buy this, they may not go with us. they'll probably go with somebody cheaper. So we need to make sure that none of the neighbors buy this house. Would it be bad business to tell the neighbors that this used to be a meth lab? Oh, you want to buy this? I don't know if you heard about what was going on here. I'm kidding. All right, hey, let's get ready to spray and pray. All right. It's, oh shit, I didn't even bring my damn respirator up here.
Where's it at?
It should be right there on the counter.
Yeah, you need that, man. Yep, there it is. You sure you want me to throw it?
Yeah. Good job. All right. Well, if my breathing is bad before, it's definitely bad masked up. Woo. All right, let's get ready to spray and pray, baby. Spray and pray. So we ain't got to worry about no windows. Not yet, at least. Maybe never. Maybe never. All right. Let's get ready to spray and pray, baby. Spray and pray. Now keep in mind, carpet is going. I just ripped my shirt. Appreciate it. Yep. Can't even tell, right? That's how good that paint match is. Here we go. And the rat race is on. Okay. Here we go. Now we've got our hinge covers on right there. Okay, good deal. All right. All that just for one set of doors. Diabolical. Diabolical. All right. All right, fun time. Y'all ready for this? Bam, 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 bam. Of course you want to clog up. Hey, Gene, where you at?
I'm right here.
Close this hallway closet door.
What's that?
Entryway closet door, close it.
Down here?
Yeah. I'm sure I got overspray all over that floor down there.
Good. All right. Well, a little bit. I'll wipe it up real quick.
All right. Christ. There. All right.
Oh yeah, not bad.
I need to hit this right here, Gene. I need to hit this right here.
Okay.
And this shit is spraying, you know, crazy. So, yeah, but I'm also concerned about overspray getting on that shit.
You want me to drape a piece of plastic?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. While you do that, I'll go do this last room. Here.
You'll be able to handle it from there.
Is that good for right now, Joe?
Oh yeah, that's more than enough. I just don't want to get this overspray out there.
Okay. Well, we're good.
All right. I'm ready to move downstairs.
I'm not sure. Maybe we already tried to become gold. Can you feel the breeze? It's carrying your name. Invited to the feast. Who are you to blame? Oh, everything we touch catches fire. Everything we hold start to glow. It's a long and winding road, and the only thing I know, I wanna burn with you. Burn. It's a mystery that we are here. It's a mystery. I mean, just to look at you, look at me. We're an anomaly. It's day after day, day after day, year after year. Everything we touch catches fire. Oh, everything we hold start to glow. Ooh, it's a long and winding road, and the only thing I know, I wanna burn with you. Burn.
All right, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I got to go on a bit of a scavenger hunt for a couple of things. So in terms of what we got painted, this is where Joe drops the gun at, right here. So the entire, well, I don't want to say the entire downstairs. I'm going to say about 85% of all of the trim, casing, and doors is painted, maybe 90%. But we got a lot of this blasted out. Yeah, we did. This is the last bedroom right here, and this room needs a decent amount of work. There's how much paint we've used thus far. We'll burn that whole 5 up, and we'll end up with probably, I only got 7 gallons in total, so we'll probably have a gallon left over by the time it's all said and done. Everything out here is gonna get hand painted. In terms of trim and wainscoting, I do not want to risk getting any paint on the floor because this is that hardwood and this is that stained quarter round down here. I'm just very concerned about that. We also have a pocket door situation we're trying to figure out right here. So here's a pocket door. All it needs is the front gizmo, the slider, the wheel, to be some kind of a way fixed, replaced, so that can sit up in the track. The track is fine, but how do we get that in here? Because you can't get the pocket door out. So that's something that we need to figure out. We still need to find those doors for upstairs. And then down here, I need to go find, which I don't think this is gonna be a problem at all, some replacement clips for these guys right here. I'm sure those are quite easy to find so that we can fix all of this. I have heard from the real estate man. He is trying to get me paid today, so that is great. And yeah, let's get up out of here. I'm gonna leave the guys to it. I've been in here spraying and praying all damn day. So I'll be back over here tomorrow. But for my time, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. How'd y'all think I did on those banisters too, by the way? Boy, did I have that freaking overspray all day. Look at all that overspray right there. Diabolical. Home Emporium, the door section. They actually have quite a selection of doors in their door shop. Not sure we're gonna find what we're looking for, but we might. Oh, you know what? What am I talking about? We're not gonna find what we're looking for over here because these are not even the right kind of doors. But they certainly got some doors, that's for damn sure. Yeah, they do. These just ain't really the doors we're looking for. Huh. Damn. And they sell the deconstructed casing too, that's pretty cool. Good stuff. Wow. Those are cheap. Not too bad. The mahogany slabs are $700. Look at these son of a guns, $2,500. That's a set of doors right there, Jack. Yeah, man. You can't go wrong. Damn, they got French doors. Big wrought iron doors. Just not the damn, look at this son of a gun. This is a mansion door right here. Look at that. Yeah. Right, this is looking like a bust. Oh, look at the flooring too. With the padding, I've used this exact flooring in a flip or two. Can't beat that price.